Community neutering work engages with communities to educate owners about the neutering of pet cats, as well as changing behaviours and attitudes towards the neutering and welfare of strays and ferals. The overpopulation of urban strays, which we like to call community cats, causes nuisance issues for residents, and we can manage this through trap, neuter, return and the rehoming of the friendly, abandoned stray cats.
Messing in the gardens, ripping bags open, just loads of them everywhere. There is quite a lot of them. There is a lot of them everywhere.
This is bull, and look, it's too overpopulated, especially with cats. Not as much as dogs, but cats the most, definitely. I'll tell you that for nothing.
So one part of the role that we do is trap, neuter and return of stray and feral cats. We have to do a lot of work beforehand to make sure all neighbours and neighbouring areas are aware of what we're doing and how they can make their pet cat identifiable to make sure we are getting the true strays and ferals in the area.
So what we do with the door knocking, we knock. If there's no answer, then we do post a leaflet through the door. If they do answer but aren't seeing any strays, what we do is just give them one of these and then they can let us know if they see any stray cats in the area. And if they're happy to give the details, we take those as well.
A feeder is the person that is feeding the stray or the group of strays. We find them normally by either them coming and approaching us saying they're feeding cats and want some help, or when we do our door knocking, we'll come across them that way.
Yeah, they came around door knocking and obviously we told them that we'd got one on the back. So they came and dropped us a trap. We keep feeding them and another one comes and then another one comes, and basically just trying to keep the strays down to a minimum as far as them breeding, get them neutered, get people looking after them, not trying to kick them, chase them. They were just trying to look after the animals around here, mate.
When we go out and trap the stray and feral cats, it can be quite a long, intensive process. Normally we try and get the feeders to get the cats into a routine, so hopefully they will be there at the set time every day and we'll try and trap at that time. It can be very unpredictable, you have to be very patient, and sometimes it takes repeated visits to make sure the whole group has been done. So we put the food right at the top end so that they've got to come all the way in to get it. Just trail a bit down it. Try and encourage them in. The trap's been in the garden for a week so we can get used to it, so hopefully it's nice and normal for him now to eat out the trap every day. We always take the doors with us because we don't want anyone trying to catch the cat when we're not here. So now we just need to hide out the way and hopefully he'll be out soon for his dinner.
Normally they would come at their preferred feeding time. If there's any disturbances that they're not used to, we can put them off. So anything up to an hour and a half really, that will wait just to see if he'll turn up. Have you seen this cat before? Tabby White. No, I've never seen him before.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the boy we were after. It's just the harsh realities of TNR, I'm afraid. That does mean that we've got to take the time to come back to this site now and sit again and hopefully get him at that time again. Fingers crossed we'll get him next time.
We do get a lot of people that when we say we're going to trap the cats, they are quite concerned, but once we explain that they're humane traps, that the cat goes in because there's food in it, and all we do then is pull a string to close the door, it's a lot less stressful for the cats than actually trying to grab them and get them into a carrier. A lot of people are very understanding and really happy for us to get on with the work. A really successful trap, nice and quick because he's quite a confident cat because he has been a pet cat before, and nice and hungry, so we're able to get him pretty quickly and got him swapped over straight into a carrier ready to go to the vets.
Having a high visibility and a strong presence on the ground really helps raise awareness of the trap, neuter, return work and can help to build essential relationships with people in the community.
We found the the charity in the neighbourhood catching cats that have been around to get them spayed and looked at. And that's how we bumped into each other. We got talking. We've got quite a few strays around the area, and they got hold of my cat. I ended up with 3 unneutered female cats, and the charity helped me afford get them neutered so this wouldn't happen again. I think people need to know that the help is available. They don't always know, they're not always educated on that matter. They might just end up with a kitten and have no idea what they're actually doing. Get the logo out there, let them know that the help is available. I think they're doing a fantastic job. They're doing a fantastic job.
We've found a great way of getting out in the community so far is attending events, so we want to try and get to more events during the summer to try and raise our awareness more and hopefully get more people coming forward and reporting the stray cats. But it's just having the time to be able to do all the work with the cats and also attend the events.
Yes, we've got a number of cats entering the back garden, and we've had one cat have a litter of kittens. We just need to know the correct way of handling this situation.
Because if the cats keep breeding, there's going to be more and more and more. There'll be no end to it.
I think we've got more information today.
That answer to us problems.
It's extremely important that community neutering work involves members of the community in projects rather than delivering to them. And some of the ways this is achieved is working alongside public agencies and other charities.
We've just arrived at the community payback office to pick up the cat shelters that they've been making for us. This is the first batch, so we're really excited to see how they've turned out.
Ready for delivery. We were approached by Cat Protection to help build these cat shelters to help feral and stray cats in the local area. Cat Protection give us all the materials to make what we're doing. We use offenders who are on sentence from court to make these up into a finished article, which are collected then by the team to take out into local areas. We're delighted to work with the charity. It benefits our service users and also the charity itself and the local communities. We hope this is going to be a long-term relationship with the charity, and we look forward to new and future projects when they up and come.
The role has so many layers, and there are so many different ways community neutering officers work to engage with communities and raise awareness.
Another aspect of our role is scanning cats for the microchips. I've had one myself where we actually went out to TNR a cat. We scanned her, she turned out to have a microchip, and the owners actually lived quite a way from where we actually caught her, and she did manage to get home, and she's now living happily back at home after 2 years of straying.
So we're back at the vets and we're going to collect the cat that we caught Monday night. He's turned out to be nice and friendly, so we're going to take him into the adoption centre for rehoming. Thank you very much. Bye. Oh, you're beautiful.
From here, the cat will have an in-house health check with one of our team today. He will have flea and worming treatment applied, go to the vets next week and get the rest of his checks done. And if the vet's happy with him, he'll get his microchip in 2 weeks' time, and he'll be then put up for adoption. Hopefully we'll find a nice family for him to go to. And the work that these guys are doing in Bulwell is absolutely fantastic, and it has started to make a bit of a dent in the problem. It is going to take a while to get it under control, but I think every bit that you guys are doing is helping, and we're trying to help support you where we can by taking in cats like TJ.
I love being a community neutering officer because you get to help a lot of cats that probably otherwise wouldn't ever get to see a vet or get any veterinary treatment at all. To anyone that's watching this film, I just want you to realise how important neutering is for your cat, and to try and spread that message to friends, family, neighbours, just to try and help as many cats as you can.
I'd love people to take away how much of an impact we've created already, and how much this role is really making a difference. One cat being neutered is a massive change to that area.
Neutered pet cats and neutered, healthy, stable populations of community cats are so satisfying to see. It's also great to see how working with communities achieves our aim of people having a greater understanding of cats' needs. And community cats being seen as an asset, not a hindrance, once their numbers are controlled and managed.
Without the cats, we'd have rats, I think. Yeah, that's my saying.
As soon as they've had these kittens, I'm ready to get this cat neutered as soon as possible. I'm not asking for no money for them. As long as they go to a good home, that's preferably be good for me. I'm happy with that.
It makes all the hard work so worthwhile.